Cancer is one of the biggest causes of death in the world. The World Health Organization estimates that by 2030 we'll have more than 200 million deaths by this disease, which makes cancer a huge social health problem. In Brazil, in the last 5 years, we've had more than 2 million cases by cancer and more than 300,000 deaths by this disease. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer for women in Brazil and worldwide, with the women representing 99% of the cases. Considering the fact that the conventional treatments for breast cancer are too harmful for the patients, the search for alternative ways of treatment using medicinal plants has increased.
The chemotherapy and the radiotherapy can induce lung, heart, and liver problems. The chemotherapy also can induce a new type of cancer instead of curing it. With this project, we wanted to create a harmless and safe medication for breast cancer treatment.
Brazil has a huge botanical variety, but the lack of information of the plant's compounds is also a big problem.
Of the Brazilian community is the use of medicinal plants for treatment. The Brazilians use plants such as jaborandi, copaíba, and sucupira for cancer treatment. But it's important to analyze those oils because in these oils can present some compounds which have toxic activities for our body. So we have to analyze them and discover safe formulations for those patients.
Analyzing the essential oils of Brazilian plants such as copaíba, pitanga, and jaborandi, which have already shown antitumor activity, we have found Beta-Caryophyllene as a mutual major compound in those plants.
With problems in mind, we start thinking what's in common on those oils that have this antitumor activity. And this way we have found Beta-Caryophyllene as a mute compound present on those oils. So our hypothesis is that Beta-Caryophyllene is the antitumor agent of those oils and that we can develop some formulations with this compound.
So, to make a pharmaceutical formulation using Beta-Caryophyllene, we had to prove that our compound was toxic for cancer cells and also had to increase the compound solubility since Beta-Caryophyllene has a really low solubility on water.
Tumor activity of Beta-Caryophyllene, we carry out the MTT assay, that is a kind of colorimetric assay to discover the tumor activity of a compound. And we use two kinds of cells, a breast cancer cell and healthy cells. And Beta-Caryophyllene in the lower concentrations show for us activity only on the tumor cells and not in the healthy cells.
To increase Beta-Caryophyllene solubility, we create an inclusion complex between our compound and a carbohydrate called cyclodextrin.
We saw that Beta-Caryophyllene had a really low solubility on water, so we needed to increase our compound solubility. To do that, we made a complexation using cyclodextrin. There are carbohydrates already used by the pharmaceutical industry. We use two different types of cyclodextrin, beta-cyclodextrin and hydroxypropylbeta.
We have used two different types of cyclodextrin, beta and HB-beta. Beta-cyclodextrin is already used by the pharmaceutical industry, but its crystallization is toxic for our kidneys because it's a prejudice for our glomerular filtration.
The cyclodextrin already used by the pharmaceutical industry, but it's toxic for our kidneys. So we use the hydroxypropylbeta cyclodextrin as a non-toxic carbohydrate. We made the complexation and we analyzed using ultraviolet visible spectrophotometry, infrared spectrophotometry, and DSC, the colorimetric assay. And we saw that both cyclodextrin were able to increase our compound solubility, having the hydroxypropylbeta, the non-toxic that is not used by the pharmaceutical industry, as the most promising. And we saw that Beta-Caryophyllene in an isolated form is an antitumoral agent.
Then we could increase the solubility of Beta-Caryophyllene with a cyclodextrin in a non-toxic method.
And we used two already developed methods to make the quantification of our future formulation, guaranteeing a safe concentration of our compound to our future patients.
Making Beta-Caryophyllene a harmless and a safe method of cancer treatment.